Hawk fans, hard to believe that another basketball season is on the horizon, but November 12th will be the raising of another banner at Hagan Arena. And with a new year comes a new class of Hawk freshmen. We had the chance to sit down with the 5 of them and talk about life on the court, off the court, and the adjustment to being college student athletes. We call it Meet the Freshmen. Charlie Brown, St. Joseph's freshman swingman. Welcome to Hawk Hill.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's start there, actually. I've always known you, at least recruiting and things that I've read, as Charles. So why the decision to go with Charlie? When did you start kind of becoming known as Charlie Brown?
It was in high school. It was in high school, actually. My junior year, a lot of people used to call me downtown Charlie Brown just because it flowed, and I just went with it. So.
Peanuts fan?
Yeah.
Do you resemble the Charlie Brown in any way?
A little bit of his goofiness.
Yeah.
A little bit of his goofiness.
Now, speaking of goofy, you told me you room with Gerald Blunt.
Yes.
And you two kind of have similar personalities. Explain that to the folks out there.
We both have an outgoing personality. We like to dance. We just like outgoing people. We like to meet new people, try different things. So, yeah.
What made it work in terms of rooming with him? When did you know that maybe you had a good roommate there?
Actually, ahead of time, I played with him in prep school. He went to I forgot what the prep school name was, but they played.
Was it Pomfret?
Pomfret, yeah,
yep.
Pomfret. They played us at our home, and that's how I met him, and that's how he met me.
What was your first impression?
Big, strong kid, aggressive. I didn't know he was like that friendly until I met him.
Who's the cleaner of the two of you?
We both are.
You both are?
Yeah.
You both are? So does that mean neat, kind of OCD, or?
Not OCD.
Not OCD, but clean.
Clean, yeah.
But clean. Decision to come here to St. Joseph's. What sold you on coming here? What made this a better fit than some of the other places? Who else did it come down to?
It came down to Wisconsin, Monmouth University, and I would say Drexel.
Why here?
This was one of my many few recruit
visits,
yeah, and I felt home as soon as I got on campus. Everybody said hello. It was it was a positive environment, and plus it's 20 minutes away from my home, so you can't ask for that.
Your first impression of Phil Martelli, what was your first thought there?
My first thought would be not outgoing. That would be my first thought.
No, not at all, huh?
Yeah, because I seen him on a court.
Yeah.
And that was my first impression when I seen him on the court.
Yep.
But I got to meet him outside after the games and stuff. Very genuine.
Yep, certainly is. In terms of the campus and everything that came with it, what did you think when you came on your visit?
I loved it.
You loved it?
I loved it a lot.
What was it that made it feel like home?
It was just the people coming up to me, introducing to them. The team, they helped me feel at home. And we got 3 players that's from Philly on our team, so.
Yeah, who hosted you in terms of the guys? Who did they have you kind of pal around with that weekend?
Chris Clover, Lamar Kimball, and Checo. And
did you know Fresh Kimball? Did you know Chris from playing in Philly?
I knew Chris. We played against each other when he was at St. Joe's High School, and I didn't know Lamar. I didn't know him. I knew of him, but I didn't know him. So, yeah.
Mom and Dad. I know Dad played a little bit of college basketball, and I think Dad wanted you to come here for a little while, right?
Yeah. Because he can never come here. He never had a chance to get the offer. He never, my pop-up, he never been on his campus or ever seen a gym, so it's like an honor for me to come here and play.
Have you thought a little bit about what that opening night is going to be like? November 12th, Toledo, St. Joseph's, Hagan Arena, hopefully a packed house. And
it's going to be special. gonna be special, and I got some nervousness in me too. So.
Yeah, but I feel like if you weren't nervous, then it doesn't mean anything, right? Nerves are a
it's
part
natural.
of. Yeah, it's natural. It's a
Yeah.
part of the importance of the whole thing. Who, when you were growing up, being in Philadelphia, who did you watch? Who did you pattern your game after? What kind of basketball players did you watch?
In Philly or just overall?
Just in general, or we could do both.
Okay, especially George Gervin. That was one of my favorite players growing up. We resemble each other, and current Anthony Davis. Yeah, so.
That's kind of an interesting contrast.
Yeah.
You go from the Iceman to the Brow, right?
Yeah, because they both like big guards if you think about it. Because AD, he played I think the three in Kentucky. Yeah, so.
That's interesting. Just see, George Gervin is not necessarily an answer I was expecting. Because, so how do you watching him? Was it just YouTube videos? How did you learn about George Gervin?
My dad, he was like after he seen me play one game, he was like, son, you really remind me of George Gervin. And I started studying him, going on YouTube, looking at some videos.
I don't know if you ever saw the commercial, but he told everybody I think it was a Nike commercial, one thing that he could do was finger roll. Is that part of your game?
Yeah.
The finger roll?
Especially in high school. I did a lot of finger rolling in high school, but now I didn't learn how to dunk the ball, so.
What's your favorite thing to do on the court?
Shoot the ball. That'd be my favorite thing to do, shoot the ball.
Is that what you're best at? If you had to critique yourself?
Yes.
The hair, the tips. What started that?
My friend, his name Hug, grew up in the same neighborhood. He came to me one day and said, Charlie, you really could have this hairstyle, because he put up a picture of Odell. And I was
Odell
like,
Beckham.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, I'll try it next week. And I got the haircut, and I liked it, and I just kept growing it up.
So did that mean you've been watching him? I mean, are you an Odell Beckham Jr. fan then? You got to be careful with Philadelphia when you say that.
No, I'm not an Odell Beck fan. I just like his hair, so.
What about growing up, being a Philly guy? Who'd you root for in town? Which teams?
Sixers, Eagles, and I never watched the Flyers.
Never got into it?
Not really.
Ben Simmons. Are we cursed? I mean, what's going on in Philadelphia?
That hurt us. That hurt us a lot. Well, we're going to bounce back. We're going to be good.
They look good, though. And Embiid looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Saric looks good.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be in good shape. What about this team and what you guys have here? What are your early thoughts, your early impressions about a week into practice at this point?
I'm just looking to get better as a team player, as a player myself, and like coming out of basketball, become better as a student. So.
Any individual goals that you've set for yourself as an incoming freshman?
I wanted to be the best three-point shooting guard.
In the league, on the team?
Oh, in the league. In the league. A-10, yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like your confidence.
Thank you.
Well, wish you the best of luck. Looking forward to seeing you on Hawk Hill, and congrats on being here and getting acclimated to your first few weeks of college.
Thank you. I appreciate it.